Yeah, just disappointing overall, but our guys fought, and it's against a team on the offense like that. Like it's you can only give them so many chances. So when you win the coin toss, that's what happens. But then I'm proud of all the guys we had on offense that stepped up, and Todd had a good message. I mean, we're that close, and don't get used to losing, but just turn this thing around. And we got a home game next week, and it's an NFC opponent, and got to find a way to win. That's it.
The swing on it was, okay, like you guys almost knocked off the NFL's only unbeaten team, but then instead it's dropping 3 straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean right now it's about us. It doesn't matter who we play. We have to focus on just doing our job and finding ways to win, and that's all that matters. So just got to stop it. Let's stop the skid. Look at the things of why we lost when we look at the tape and go from there.
It's tough. I know you guys just came off of that loss, but you also see some of the positives that came out, especially that final drive at the end of the regulation.
Yeah, a lot of resiliency by our guys. Guys up front played well. Everybody was kind of making plays, and a lot of guys that not necessarily had played a lot making plays for us. So, there's a lot of positives to take away from it, but there's a certain point when you lose 3 in a row, how many positives are you going to take away from it before you really get sick of it? So there's got to be accountability, and I'll make sure that happens. So we'll get it fixed.
Jalen McMillan suffers a hamstring injury on Friday, and then we find out today that he's going to be out. I mean, at what point did you know that he was going to be out, and how much did that throw off your game plan?
I found out in the locker room when we got here, so or after he did the workout, I guess. We had some plays designed for him, but it's part of being a pro. You gotta take care of your body, and sometimes unfortunate things happen, but you gotta do everything you can to get ready to play for this team.
Sterling Shepard, hobbled by a hamstring injury. He's another guy that was an impactful player.
Yeah.
Also, what about Ryan Miller? The fact that you guys were able to connect to make this game as close as it was.
Yeah.
To be able to tie it up.
Yeah, no, I'm extremely proud of Ryan. He's a guy that for last year's rookie year and now this year just hasn't had his number called, and then has sat back there and learned, put in the work, improved a ton, and cared about it, and he's done it the right way. And so happy for him that he got a chance to shine tonight, and he just needs to build on that and keep going.
How much was a guy like him, Raheem Jarrett, like how much were those guys able to grow even though it wasn't the outcome that you wanted, and how much were you able to kind of grow?
I mean, getting experience, you can't duplicate that in-game experience in an environment like this to handle it how they did. That's big time. It's big time for them, and they need to keep going and keep getting better.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.